Hello children, the poem for today's discussion is on killing a tree. This poem is written by Gieve Patel. Spelling is Gieve, pronounced as Gieve. Gieve Patel, who is an Indian poet. And Gieve Patel is associated with green movement. He is an environmentalist and he has written poems on protecting environment. Okay, but this poem is slightly different. The title itself shows it. The title is on killing a tree. If you have to completely destroy a tree, you have to kill a tree. How can you do that? The poet has described that process in this poem. So you can take it symbolically also. Symbolically you can make a sense of this poem. Suppose somebody has some bad habits, deep rooted bad habits, okay. Repeatedly they are annoying him, troubling him, okay. So if you have to uproot your bad habits, your deep rooted bad habits, if you have to uproot, okay, how can you destroy them? You find the root of them, the root cause of those disease, and if you remove that root cause, your problem will be gone. You can overcome your problem. So that way also it has a symbolic meaning. And but here the author is talking about on killing a tree. Let us discuss and see what he has to say. The introduction runs like this. As you can see on the screen, you must have observed people cutting down trees. But can they kill a tree? Is it easy to do so? Let us read the poem and find out what the poet says on killing a tree. The first stanza, as it is here, you can see, it takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple jab of the knife. Jab means a blow, a very rough blow. So the poet says, if you want to kill a tree, it takes much time. Just by striking with a knife, small knife, you can't destroy a huge tree. A huge tree is very old, it has a very big trunk, and just a jab or blow, a rough blow of knife can't destroy a huge tree. So not a simple jab of the knife will do it. That means it will not kill the tree. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth. That means in the earth there are nutrients, and the roots of the tree have gone deep, and those roots take the nutrients from the earth and help grow the tree, okay, help in growth of the tree. So by slowly consuming the earth means by slowly consuming the nutrients from the soil, the tree has taken a huge shape, and it is not so easy to kill or destroy such a huge tree. And rising out of it, the tree has risen out of the earth, out of the soil, and taken a huge form, feeding upon its crust. In the earth's crust, in the upper layer, there are nutrients. There is compost and nutrients, and those nutrients feed the roots of the tree and help in its growth, okay, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, okay. And for so many years that huge tree has got sufficient sunlight and air and water. So all these things together, nutrients from earth's crust, okay, and sunlight and air and water, they all have helped in its tremendous growth, and the tree has grown to a very huge size, and out of its leprous hide sprouting leaves, and out of its leprous hide means discolored bark. Hide is bark. Hide means tree's bark, the upper bark on the tree trunk, and out of its leprous bark means discolored bark, sprouting leaves. Leaves are sprouting, the branches are there on the trunk of the trees, and on those branches still smaller branches are there, and on those branches there are leaves. This is the shape or the form of a tree. Okay, so the poet says quickly again, I read it. It takes much time, to kill a tree. Not a simple jab of the knife will do it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous hide sprouting leaves. And such a tree, which is huge and healthy, can't be destroyed so suddenly by just striking with a small knife. This is what the poet says in the first stanza. Okay, then, my dear boys and girls, let us go to the second stanza. The second stanza, the poet says, so hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. So you hack. Hack means just just strike just strike heavy blows. Hacking is striking heavy blows. So hack and chop or cut, but this alone won't do it. If you strike blows on the tree and chop the small branches or the leaves, it is not going to destroy the whole tree. Okay, not so much pain will do it. Not much pain will be done, not much harm will be done by hacking and chopping the branches or leaves of the tree. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs. The bleeding bark will heal. If you strike on the trunk of a tree, the some liquid substance will come out, that is just like some liquid substance, it is the gum of the tree. That gum will come out, okay, in liquid form at the initial stage. Okay, so the bleeding bark will heal, but that gum also will dry. That cut, that wound that injury which you give to a tree will dry, it will heal. Okay, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs. And not only this, even if you destroy some tree from the ground level, in that case, from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs, small offshoots will come up, and they would start taking the bigger and bigger form, and they will one day grow as big as the previous tree, okay, which stood there earlier. That form these small twigs, these small offshoots will take when the tree is cut from the ground level. Then again, as long as the roots are deep beneath the earth, the tree can't be killed. Again small branches will come up, and the tree would keep on growing. This is what the poet means here. Okay, miniature boughs, these branches, small branches will come out, which if unchecked will expand again to former size. Forms earlier there was a huge tree, you cut the tree from the ground level, you haven't destroyed its roots, and the roots again start taking nutrients from the earth, and at the ground level again small offshoots will come. Okay, again small branches will come, and they will take the form, huge form, as the tree was earlier before it was cut. That size, that form it will take again. So thus it's difficult to destroy a tree. Again and again you cut, you go on cutting, again and again it will grow. This is what the poet says here. Now in the third stanza, the poet tells you, my dear boys and girls, how to destroy a tree, how to kill a tree. No, no means in the previous stanza, whatever he has said, you cut the tree from the ground level, or you cut the branches or the leaves, you destroy. Okay, all these things. No, that kind of killing or cutting is not going to destroy the tree completely. No, he says for that. Okay, for the things which he has said in the previous paragraph, previous stanza. No, the root is to be pulled out. That means if you have to destroy or finish a tree, the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth, out of the anchoring earth. You see, if as a ship is anchored, tied to the shore, okay, in the same way the roots are holding the soil. The roots of a tree are holding the soil, and they are taking the nutrients from the soil. Anchoring earth means earth all around the tree, in which the roots are there, and they have anchored the tree. The tree is standing because of the roots. Okay, so the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. Earth is all around, and it has anchored the tree. It has given protection to the tree. It has kept the tree straight, as if it is tied or tethered to the earth, like that. Okay, so he says the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be robed. Now what is the technique? What should you do? It is to be robed, tied and pulled out. So take a big rope, tie to the trunk of the tree and pull out the entire tree. The tree should be uprooted. If it is a huge tree, humans can't do it. So what they do, they take the help of the animals like huge elephants, etc. In some countries they take for lumbering and for tree felling, this downing the tree, or this cutting the tree, it is called tree felling. Okay, for uprooting the tree they take help of huge elephants. They tie a huge rope to the tree trunk. Okay, and they pull the entire tree. When the elephant pulls it, then the roots come out. So it is to be roped, tied and pulled out. Snapped out means struck out or pulled out entirely. Okay, it should be uprooted and pulled out entirely out from the earth cave. The earth is like a cave. As the animals are hiding in a cave, the roots are hiding beneath the earth, just like a cave. The roots are protected by the earth. So from that cave, earth cave, the roots are to be completely pulled out. That's called uprooting the tree, as a huge tree, or pulled out entirely out from the earth cave, and the strength of the tree exposed. Strength of the tree. What is the strength of the tree? These roots are the strength of the tree. roots are the strength of the tree, and they are exposed means when the tree is uprooted from root, it is removed with root, it is removed from the ground. So the roots are exposed. They are exposed now to sunlight, to outer atmosphere. And why are they called strength? Because without roots a tree can't survive. That's why they are the strength of a tree. They give or supply nutrients to the whole tree, whole body of that huge tree. That's why the roots are called the strength of the tree. But now they are exposed. When they are uprooted, when you remove the tree entirely from the ground, they are uprooted, they are exposed now, they are open now. Okay. The source, white and wet. The source means these are the roots. White means the roots look white, and they are wet because in the underground there is water. There is underground water, and because of that the roots are wet, they are not dry. The most sensitive, hidden for years inside the earth. For so many years these roots were hidden inside the earth and supplying nutrients to the tree to grow it to an enormous size, to a huge size. The most, and these roots are very very sensitive. Okay, hidden beneath the earth. This is what the poet says. So you uproot a tree and then it can be destroyed. Then when the tree is uprooted, what happens then? Then the matter of scorching and choking. Scorching in the sunlight, just like baking. Okay, scorching, burning in the sunlight. Okay, sunburn. Then the matter of scorching and choking. Choking is suffocating. The tree is suffocated now. It can't breathe. The nutrient supply also is stopped. Okay, that's why it starts choking. It starts dying. So it starts drying and dying. In sun and air, sunlight dries it, chokes it, and the air blows and it helps in the process of drying. And when it becomes dry, how it looks, browning, hardening. It becomes brown in color. The roots look brown in color. The fallen trees, trunk, leaves, etc., all the twigs, etc., branches, they look brown in color. So the browning of the roots and the tree entirety take place after it is uprooted. Hardening, the roots will become hard. The whole tree will become hard when it gets dried. Twisting, they start twisting when they start drying the branches and leaves, etc. Okay. Withering is becoming dry and shriveled. So that's called withering. And then it is done. Means then the process of killing a tree is complete. Then the tree is killed. The tree is finished, completely destroyed. So in this way the poet has narrated how a tree can be destroyed. So you can symbolically take it, as I have told earlier, that if you have any bad habits, deep rooted habits, and they are troubling you, annoying you, then you find the root cause of those habits, those problems, any problems. If you have, find the root cause of it and remove that root cause, the problem will be over. It will be gone forever. That is the way of finishing or overcoming a problem, not by just cutting the leaves or the branches. The problem will remain there. Suppose you have a disease and you go on treating, you take the medicines which just subside the disease for some time, again it will flare up. But if you destroy the root cause of the disease will be gone forever. It can be treated properly by following that method. Okay. by following the correct treatment of uprooting the root cause of the disease, for example. So that way we can take the symbolic meaning of this poem. So that's all, my dear boys and girls. Here we end this poem. There are questions, you attempt them. Okay, that's all for today. Have a good day. Bye.